Hi friends, this is Kruti Jai Pancholi, Assistant Professor in LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology in Department of Electronics and Communication. This video is about microwave engineering. Unit name: Analysis of microwave transmission lines and waveguides. In this video, you will learn about what is the reflection coefficient, then the calculation for finding out the reflection coefficient, transmission coefficient or the constant calculation, and the example based on that. Reflection coefficient. This is the incident wave. These are the transmission line. This is the transmission line. And it is the load impedance that is connected. It is the ZL. So incident wave, that is traveling in the Z direction and in the minus Z direction. So towards the load, the value of this wave is V1 e raised to minus gamma Z. Z shows the direction and gamma, that is the propagation constant. It is the reflected wave. It's a V2 e raised to gamma Z. So incident wave Vi traveling into this direction and reflected from the load. So this way we need to find out the reflection coefficient. Now as we know that we have studied about what is impedance matching. What is the requirement of impedance matching? Then you know that whenever the source impedance and the load impedance that are matched, there is no reflection. But when there is a mismatch in the impedance of the source and load, then the reflection would occur, and in that case it is mandatory to find out reflection coefficient. Reflection coefficient is denoted by rho is equal to VR, that is a reflected wave, and VI, that is the incident wave. So my reflected wave, that is value is V2 e raised to gamma Z. It is the my VI, so it is the V1 e raised to minus gamma Z. So I can write it like this: V2 by V1 e raised to gamma Z plus gamma Z. So it is 2 gamma Z. So one way we can say that the reflection coefficient rho is equal to V2 by V1 e raised to 2 gamma Z. This shows the magnitude of the reflection coefficient and it shows the phase. Now we know that the VL value. VL is what? It is the V1 e raised to minus gamma Z plus V2 e raised to gamma Z. We can write the value of the current. So that is what? It is current is V upon R. Over here the impedance value is the Z0 characteristics impedance. So IZ is equal to what? So this VL value divided by Z0. But what is the VL? It is the V1 e raised to minus gamma Z minus V2 e raised to gamma Z. So now the load impedance ZL is equal to VL upon IL. So now put the value of VL and IL in the above equation. So my equation is ZL is equal to VL upon IL. So VL is V1 e raised to minus gamma Z plus V2 e raised to gamma Z. Okay, and IL is what? IL is equal to 1 upon Z0 V1 e raised to minus gamma Z minus V2 e raised to gamma Z. it is equal to Z0, we can take it out. So it is V1 e raised to minus gamma Z plus V2 e raised to gamma Z upon V1 e raised to minus gamma Z minus V2 e raised to gamma Z. Okay, so now we'll take the V1, okay, in the denominator, that will cancel, and it is Z0 in bracket 1 plus V2 upon V1 e raised to gamma Z, okay, in the denominator minus gamma Z, so minus minus plus, so it is 2 gamma Z, again 1 minus V2 by V1 e raised to 2 gamma Z. But now what is this V2 by V1 e raised to 2 gamma Z? It's a rho. So we can say that K, it is the rho is equal to V2 by V1 e raised to 2 gamma Z. So now we are putting the value of the rho in that equation. So this ZL is equal to Z0 in bracket 1 plus rho upon 1 minus rho. Again we can find out the value of the rho in terms of the ZL and Z0. So we'll take the Z0 in the denominator. So ZL upon Z0 is equal to 1 plus rho upon 1 minus rho. We'll take the cross multiplication. ZL 1 minus rho is equal to Z0 1 plus rho. Okay, so it is ZL minus rho ZL is equal to Z0 plus rho Z0. So that is why the ZL minus Z0 is equal to rho Z0 plus rho ZL. So it is ZL minus Z0 is equal to rho ZL plus Z0. So rho is equal to ZL minus Z0 upon ZL plus Z0. So this is the reflection coefficient. Now in the start of the lecture I said that okay, when the source impedance and the load impedance, okay, both are matched, then what happened? Then the reflection would not occur. So if the ZL is equal to Z0, okay, mean the load impedance is equal to the characteristics impedance, the magnitude of this rho will be 0 and there is no reflection. But if the ZL is not equal to Z0, so if the ZL is not equal to Z0, what will happen? You will have the sum value of the rho, and we can say that some reflection will be occur in the communication. So it is about the reflection coefficient in the transmission line. So again in the Smith chart which we started, okay, in that the reflection coefficient value that we take, okay, so here how can we take that reflection coefficient value, that you learn over here. Now about transmission coefficient. The diagram is same. Here this is the incident wave. So characteristics impedance is Z0, wave traveling in the source direction, load direction. It's a V1 e raised to minus gamma L. Okay, in the Z direction, it is the V2 e raised to gamma L. And this L is what? It's a length of the transmission line. Okay, so now the transmitted signal is what? The transmitted signal is V1 e raised to minus gamma L minus V2 e raised to gamma L. Our incident signal is what? It's a V1 e raised to minus gamma L. So what is the transmission coefficient? The transmitted signal, okay, transmission coefficient, that is equal to the transmitted signal divided by the incident signal. What is my transmitted signal? So the transmitted signal, or you can say the transmission coefficient, it is equal to V1 e raised to minus gamma L minus V2 e raised to gamma L upon V1 e raised to minus gamma L. Okay, So we'll take this V1 in the denominator. So it is the 1 minus V2 by V1 e raised to minus gamma L. Okay, so it's a e raised to 2 gamma L. So it is 1 minus V2 upon V1 e raised to 2 gamma L. But what is this? It is the reflection coefficient, transmission coefficient, that is denoted by the tau, and it is the reflection coefficient. So we are just putting the value over here. Or if somebody has given the reflection coefficient value, and if you want to find out the transmission coefficient value, then the transmission coefficient value is always 1 minus reflection coefficient. So the reflection, but the rho is equal to ZL minus Z0 upon ZL plus Z0. So it is 1 minus reflection coefficient. So 1 minus ZL minus Z0 upon ZL plus Z0. Okay, so it is ZL plus Z0 minus ZL minus plus Z0 upon ZL plus Z0. So ZL is cancelled, and it is the 2Z0 upon ZL plus Z0. So it is about the value of the transmission coefficient. So transmission coefficient is equal to 2Z0 upon ZL plus Z0. So this is the way we can find out the reflection coefficient and the transmission coefficient. Reflection coefficient is what? It's a VR upon VI. Okay. And what is the transmission coefficient? Transmission coefficient is the 1 minus reflection coefficient. So this way we can find out the transmission and the reflection coefficient. Now the example about the reflection coefficient and the transmission coefficient. A certain transmission line has a characteristics impedance, mean the Z0, is 75 plus J 0.01 ohm and is terminated on a load is impedance of 70 plus 50 J ohm. So we need to find out the reflection coefficient and the transmission coefficient. Okay, so here the two things that we need to find out. So we particular examples that we need to solve over here. So the data given to us, it's a Z0 equal to 75 plus J 0.01 ohm. ZL is equal to 70 plus 50 J ohm. What is the reflection coefficient? It is in terms of the ZL and the Z0. It is ZL minus Z0 upon ZL plus Z0. The value of the ZL is 70 plus 50J minus 75 plus J 0.01. It is 70 plus J 50 plus 75 plus J 0.01. Now here it is minus 5 plus 49.99 J upon 145 plus 50.01 J. It is which form? It is the rectangular form. Now to do this kind of the mathematical thing, we need to convert them into the rectangular to polar. You know how to use the calculator for converting this. Okay, I'll just tell you that in the calculator, okay, you can see the polar POL is written. So you have to press that POL. Then the bracket will come. In the bracket, you will write the value of this A and B. So minus 5, comma 49.99 bracket complete. And by pressing the equal to sign, you can get the magnitude of that. That is 50.23. Now what is this? It is the angle. Okay. So in the sum calculator, by pressing the shift and the tan inverse, you may get this answer. And in the sum calculator, the alpha is there. So alpha tan inverse, pressing that, you can have this answer. So you know that it's a square root of the a square plus b square. Okay. And it is the tan inverse b upon a. Similarly, we can find it out for this. So you have this polar form. How can do this? This is the A angle B, C angle D. So it is the A divided by B, C minus D. Okay. So it is 50.23 divided by this, and it is 90.71 minus 19.02. So you will get this answer, and after again converting them into the rectangular form, I am having the reflection coefficient. It is 0.08 plus J 0.32. So this is my reflection coefficient. Now the transmission constant or the transmission coefficient tau, it is equal to 2Z0 upon ZL plus Z0. Putting the value of Z0 and ZL, so here 270 plus J50 upon 70 plus J50 plus 75 plus J 0.01. Okay, multiplying this with the, okay, so converting the rectangular to polar, we can have this answer. Again A divided by B and C minus D. You can have this answer by converting them into the polar to rectangular. We can have this answer. So this way we can find it out, the value of the transmission coefficient and the reflection coefficient. So this is about the transmission and the reflection coefficient. Thank you very much everyone.